friends, welcome back. I am Vivekanandan. Today is May 1. It is celebrated as Labor Day. This is the time, this is the day where we can thank all the laborers who are supporting us. In fact, supporting the country and building the nation, right from laying roads to constructing dams to basic infrastructure like housing. So today, let us deliver a special. So let us thank them from our hearts. And one more thing apart from this, in today's video, what we are going to do is we are going to discuss about 5 nation builders. Yes, there are many of them, but we will take 5 examples and discuss about them in today's video. To start with, I will start from agriculture. And we know that still today India is an agricultural country where more than 60% of the population is dependent upon agriculture. If this is the case today, just imagine 40-50 years before. India was struggling in the 1960s and 70s. Particularly not only the farmers and the farming sector, it was also the people who were struggling because there was a big danger of large-scale famine affecting the country. And you know why? What is the reason behind this? The reason behind this is India was totally dependent upon imports for its food needs. India was importing wheat. Can you just believe that? That was the case in the 1960s and 70s. At this time, a person who comes into the picture is Mr. Amos Swaminathan, an eminent agricultural scientist. So Amos Swaminathan actually looks into these things, these happenings in the country, and undertakes research along with another agricultural scientist named Norman Borlaug. And at the end of their research, they came out with high yielding varieties of seeds for wheat and rice and various other crops. And the kind of contribution they made was very significant, because within a very few years of their introduction of high yielding varieties of wheat and rice, the country very soon became self-sufficient. The country was able to afford its own population. It was no longer dependent on foreign nations for its food needs. That was the kind of impact they both made, and that was one reason Amos Swaminathan was conferred the Padma Vibhushan. And in fact, he is also called as a father of green revolution in India. So to start with, we have started with agriculture, and the next is a field allied with agriculture, which is milk. And many of them may not know this. In fact, when I was reading it, it was a big surprise for me as well, because India was also struggling for its milk needs. In the 70s, India was totally dependent on milk products for countries like Australia and New Zealand. And this is where Mr. Varghese Kurian, another eminent personality, comes into the picture, where he takes charge of Kaira Cooperative Limited. Many may not know this name, but its other name is very much familiar in India. The name is Amul. Amul is a cooperative society which at that time Varghese Kurian took care of it, and in his own research he found that the livelihood of farmers can be increased substantially if they also get into dairy farming. And whatever needs to be done, whatever steps need to be done, he along with the government came out with a variety of measures and improved the livelihood of farmers, gave them an additional extra income with their plants. And that is when India became self-sufficient in dairy farming as well. And the most important contribution is Amul is a brand today. Amul is a global brand. We can say that it's such a big phenomenon. And who turned around Amul? The contribution of Varghese Kurian is immense over here. Today Amul produces butter, ice cream, cheese, and so many milk products. So the second, and that is also one reason that again the government conferred Padma Vibhushan on Mr. Varghese Kurian, and he is known as the father of milk production in India. So the third person is, we speak about agriculture, but what do you need for agriculture to be sustainable, to be flourishing? We need water. And where do we get water? Suddenly we have an downpour of rain. But do we save that? But it is very obvious that we have to save that. And who contributed in this area? It was Mr. Vishweshwaraya, and he was the chief engineer of India's one of formidable dams, which is Krishna Rajasagar Dam in Karnataka, KRS Dam. He was the chief architect of that particular dam, and his contribution is not just in building dams alone. He came up with various suggestions, ideas, plans. In fact, to stop the overflow of dam, he came out with ideas on having steel doors which would automatically close the dams, and how to take the water, the flowing river water, to the cities and towns. So his contribution was very, very significant in this particular area in water conservation, water restoration, and that was one reason why he was conferred the Bharat Ratna. And now let's come to the cities. So when we come to the cities, what is the biggest problem in cities even today? It is none other than traffic and air pollution. And giving a sigh of relief for all those Indians, this man came into picture, who is none other than Mr. Sridharan, who is also known as a Metro Man of India, and he was the chairman of this Delhi Metro Rail Corporation or Corridor, and came out with a metro train with world-class standards in India. So after that, people took to metro train, and that particular system is adopted throughout the country, and his contribution to all the projects is always there, and his contribution doesn't stop only within India. It is also across the world in building infrastructure, particularly metro trains. So the one final person would be Satish Dhawan, Mr. Satish Dhawan, who took over as the chairman of ISRO in 1973. He is also known as a father of fluid research physics in India. And what was his contribution? The next 10 years under his leadership, ISRO undertook various projects which was a tremendous success. Particularly the first satellite Aryabhatta was launched under his particular leadership, and sensing the needs of India, he was also very focused, very particular that the users should go to the agriculture industry and help farmers as well. The kind of planning and remote sensing and all was focused towards agriculture. I actually told only 5 persons, but I'm just going to add one more person. 5 plus 1, this is going to be a bonus. And this particular category is for president, and who is none other than Mr. Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam. I am going to keep him under this category of president as a national builder, because this man, this president, was instrumental in sowing the seeds of thinking about nation building in the minds of students, youngsters, and every other people. And he was very much particular that the nation should be developed by 2020, but still we are in the process, but still it is okay. But this man planted those seeds, and you know what, this man was already a nation builder. He just did not jump in to become a president. He was already a chief technician, already a chief engineer, already an academician. He was into everything. And one more interesting news which you may not know was these two people, Mr. Amos Swaminathan and Mr. Sridharan, they were also considered for the post of president. So that is the grapevine behind it, and let's not dwell too much into that particular fact. But my point over here is India needs nation builders. Across industries, across the various domain and spectrum of industries. So in our channel, we primarily give a lot of examples for entrepreneurs, but today's information is not only going to be useful for entrepreneurs, but for also people who are aspire to get into the government service, because these 5 people, eminent personalities, were working with the government or associated with the government as well, and building the nation. So please share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day.